Hello guys, welcome to TMX Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, today the kids have been out to the yard and they have brought in an abundance of strawberries. And I was like, what am I going to do? We have strawberry jam already. We've eaten plenty and scarily this strawberry season has only just started. And I was like, what am I going to do? So of course, the first thing I did is I reached for Cookidoo. Now, let's say hi if you're watching on today. Okay, if you use Cookidoo, I love that you use Cookidoo. I use it too. Okay, so I've been searching. I looked on Cookidoo and I was like looking for inspiration. I typed in strawberries and I was scrolling, and I'm like, oh, cheesecake. I'm on a bit of a health kick at the moment. Probably not appropriate. More jam. We've got plenty at the moment. What else? And so I stumbled across something there that caught my eye, which was a beautiful strawberry lime cordial. Okay, all right, they might have had a slightly different wording on it, but I was like, oh, that sounds delicious, but I don't have limes at the moment. We have lemons, don't have limes. And I was like, oh, I could do that. And then I thought, oh, you know what, there's got to be an easier way. So of course I turned to Google, right, as you do, and I was like, Google, okay, strawberry cordial, because I don't mind at the end of the day having we've got a soda stream, so a soda stream with, and typically I've been using the leftover passion fruit curd. Remember weeks and weeks and weeks ago I showed you how I think I showed you how to get the seeds out of the passion fruit, and then I showed you how to turn it into curd. Well, I've been using that and I just mix it with soda water, and it's kind of a lot like a childhood spider. Does anyone remember spiders? You know those ones that they would like, it was like soft drink and ice cream? The curd, when you add soda water, kind of does that. It must be the butter, like the butter and that sort of stuff in it that froths up. So it's kind of brings back childhood memories. Anyway, I digress. If we've got lemon curd, if we've got passion fruit curd, soda water with a tablespoon, stir it till it's dissolved with some ice, and it's just beautiful. Give it a go. Anyway, we've run out. So the last couple of nights, haven't had it. I can't drink soda water on its own. But then I was like, oh, you know what? Cordial. We do not buy cordial. Okay. I don't think we've ever bought cordial since I moved out of home. Okay. Hello, Carissa. It's lovely to see you on. But, you know, it's something that I like the idea of having, just to be able to, you know, taint that water with something. Okay, so today I'm going to show you the simplicity of making cordial. This could be more fancy. You could put lime in it. You could do other fruits, but I've got, as I said, fresh picked strawberries from the garden that I've chopped up. And the reason we've got so many is because yesterday we were out for the day. So this is what happens. We get 350 grams of strawberries and they've already eaten some because we missed yesterday's picking. So let's get cracking. I did put it, now I said I Googled it, right? Those of you with Cookidoo, hello Andrea, lovely to see you on as well. With Cookidoo, how good is the ability to put your own recipes in? And that's what I did. My memory in recent years is like a sieve. Okay, I can't retain, especially when then I've got to get, like when I get onto videos, I still have that little bit of nervousness. It's all these years and I still got a little nervous. So of course, everything I thought I was going to say just goes out the window. So there's no point me trying to remember ingredient measurements when I get on here. And I love that in Cookidoo, I could spend like 2 minutes on the couch putting this in to the computer, and now it's on a guided recipe. And it literally, I took it out of Google and I put it in, and like their Google recipe was on a stovetop. So they bought these ingredients to a boil on a stovetop. If I did that, look, I would boil it over, boil it dry, or feel like I was wasting time standing at a stove. And that's what I love about the Thermomix, is that it doesn't mean I have to stand in a kitchen. Now, I will stand in the kitchen for part of this today. We'll get it actually going. But I don't have to babysit it to make sure it doesn't boil over or boil dry, or that somebody doesn't come through and touch it or swipe it off the bench, you know, like all that sort of stuff. Like the Thermomix just takes care of it. And I'm so grateful for that, because I can't cook without one. I couldn't beforehand. Okay, add to the bowl. So all this is, it's really simple. If you want me to share this with you, by the way, I can share it out of my Cookidoo these days with you direct. So let me know, and I'm more than happy to send you a message with it in there. Add to the bowl 1,500 grams of water. So I'm going to click on my underlined word, because then it brings up the scales, and you can see there what it tells us to do. So up with the bowl. I have a tap up the back here, so I'm just going to guess. Now our bowl has marks up the back, and the marks actually have 1/2 litre, 1 litre, 1.5 litre, so I can just judge approximately my 1.5 litres. Okay, so You know that they've got those marks up there. It's under the spout. You can, I don't think you can see it on my camera. You can see it on the outside, but you can certainly see it on the inside. So just look up the back. And that's how I judge whenever I'm steaming, whenever we're doing something that just requires a liquid in there, like if it's water for boiling or steaming or something, I just watch those dots. 500 mils, 1,000, 1.5 liters, 2,000, yeah, and then a max line. Pretty close, 25 grams off. I need to tear the scales back to put my sugar in because we're dissolving the sugar on this first step. Now, you don't have to use raw sugar. If I had enough monk fruit sweetener, my preference would actually be the monk fruit sweetener today, but I don't think I've got enough just because it kind of fits a bit low carby. Oh, haven't, keep going, Lisa. You're on the 200s. All right, if I don't have enough here, no big drama, a little less sugar. We are making something that will get watered down later. So I'm not, I hope that's sugar. Yeah, it's sugar. It's all right. That momentary, oh my gosh, is that salt I'm putting in? No, it's not salt. Now, something I did check and something worth, I guess, knowing yourself. Let's get this on and I'll tell you. Okay, go next. We go sideways when they're our own recipes. Heat, 7 minutes of aroma. Now, I just guessed how long it was going to take to get to the boil, and I'm actually going to do something a little whisker different here. If you've got a TM31 or a TM5, and I know you guys are watching, you need to do that. 7 minutes for aroma, speed 3, okay? I have kettle mode. And as I said, I love that I don't have to babysit the stove. By the way, I can't wait till they make it a bookmark at the top when we jump out of a created recipe. It'll come. I don't know when, but I'm sure the Germans are working on it. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find my little kettle symbol. Mine's probably in a different place to yours. I'm going to activate it. Now, it's going to start boiling and it's actually going to sing at me when it's boiled. I love that, okay? It's probably going to take about 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Actually, probably less, probably 6, probably 7 or 8 if you're on the TM5 or 31. But on a TM6, it heats up so much faster, okay? But what I was going to say is when you're looking at recipes out on the World Wide Web and you're going, can I do this in the Thermomix? One of the things you do want to check is the volume of liquid or total quantity in there. You know, I was looking at this going, okay, that's 1.5 litres. I'm then putting in nearly 400 grams of sugar, and then I'm going to put in nearly 400 grams of strawberries. I'm going to be getting really close to my max line, aren't I? So and then I've over-exaggerated those amounts. Like, it's 375, and then it's, I think it said 350 grams of strawberries. I've got a little over because I've just used exactly what they brought in, minus the greens. And by the way, I was tempted to leave the greens on. Do you know that strawberry greens are edible? They're not going to hurt you. And because you're going to strain this out at the end, it's actually going to infuse and then you're going to strain it. It wouldn't have mattered. But being that some of mine were a little bit spotty and had seen better days, I decided that taking the greens off was the best thing to do today. Can I also suggest as well, if you are buying strawberries for a recipe like this, strawberries don't come overly well flavoured at times from the shops. So often they don't taste as sweet as they do when you've got them out of a garden. There is a couple of things you can do to try in that process of sweetening them. One of which is leave it on the bench. Okay, so they have coming out of an air-conditioned shop. You therefore, did I say 6 or 7 minutes? Look how quick the DM6 is. So you do need to put something like a paper towel in the bottom of their little dish. But you know how they come in that little cute dish, yeah? So that allows it to sweat off. But a bit like buying your avocados or your tomatoes, they do like a day on the bench, yeah? But you've got to watch them because we just don't know how long they've been at the shops, they've been stored for, and they do pack them, store them green because otherwise they'll never make them to us, right? Like my strawberry, sorry, like some of them were in the bottom of, my kids bought them up in a pot, okay, you know, like that you plant your plants out in, okay? So some of them were in the bottom and squishy down and they were bruised because when they're ripe, they are so soft and so, you know, delicious. So that's a tip. if you can, and if you're going to be around, I would, I would hate it for you to put them on the bench for 24 hours, but forget to look at the 24-hour mark and it ends up being 3 days and they're no good, okay? So, but leaving something out on the bench for at least half a day is going to bring some more sweetness to it. Also, another trick with strawberries is actually let them get to room temperature before you eat them, okay? So when they're cold, they actually aren't as sweet as when they are warm. If you are picking them from a garden, just a little side note, pick them in the middle of the day, okay? Some things you pick in the mornings, but strawberries and tomatoes, you let them actually get sweeter through the warmth of the day, and then you pick them. Just a random fact. Anyway, let's continue on with this recipe. I've just realized my simmering basket has been through the dishwasher and not fully clean. I think it was used for lemonade yesterday. Okay, so it's come up to the boil, therefore sugars will be dissolved. Now the rest of this recipe, so my recipes live under, created recipes live under my recipes. So go my recipes, created recipes. Now I've chosen to put 4 mint leaves into this, okay, as well, because I just think that would be really yummy. Let's bring up this recipe. Here it comes. Got quite a few. I have to go clean out my created recipes. I'm up to 74 and we only get 100 at this stage. So I haven't got a picture because I haven't made it yet, okay? I wrote this 15 minutes ago. All right, start cooking. There we go. Let's go sideways. Where's the step we're up to? Okay, here we go. Once boiling, add the 300 grams of strawberries and 3 mint leaves and place the timer on for 60 minutes. So here is 4 mint leaves. And then I'm going to bring up the scales just so that you guys have a bit of a reference point on how much. I'm going to make a mess, aren't I? How can I do this without splashing everywhere? Okay, low. That's it. There we go. Okie dokies. All right, so 340, and I'm still under my max line in the back, so I'm okay with that. Okay, next up, it said I need to let it sit and put the timer on. Now, I specifically said put the timer on, put the lid on, put the measuring cup in, you want it to infuse, because I feel like the timer is a little underutilized. So I want to keep reminding you guys it's there. So up the top here, drop it down. It says timer. Now I can go, okay, I want it on for 1 hour. Oh, 1 hour and 1 minute apparently. Oh, not 2 hours. Come on in between. Ah, there we go, 1 hour. Go play. And now it's on countdown, or 1 hour and 1 minute. That'll do. Now at this 1 hour mark, you are going to smell this. It is going to be stunning. Okay, so you are going to smell that beautiful sweet smell of strawberries. You're going to want to grab your simmering basket, a clean one, not the lemonade one from yesterday. By the way, interestingly, you know the pink lemonade I showed you guys the other day? It is trending in Australia at the moment. It's one of the highest rated, highest used recipes on Cookidoo for the last week. How cool was that? Anyway, I digress. What I would suggest doing is grabbing yourself a jar or a container, whatever you're going to store this in, okay? You need either a funnel, okay, to strain into. Oh, I suppose you could strain it like we do lemonade. It might be a bit too much capacity. So when we strain our lemonade, this bowl doesn't have a base on it, but I'm going to show you anyway. Just in case you haven't seen, when we strain lemonade, we hold the lid in place like this and we do this, yeah? Okay, so it's straining through the front. This front is actually, see that bit there, designed to strain, okay? So we could totally do this if we can submerge this enough. That's an if. I've not tried, okay? The other option is, stay there, measuring cup. Couple of options. You can get a funnel. Okay, I do love my funnel from the mixture. Alternatively, put this over. Let's just say I was going to strain into this. I'm not. I wouldn't put a hot liquid in plastic, but let's just say I am. Pretend. Put your lid of your measuring cup on top. Open your basket and then strain through that way. So your lid is going to act as a funnel. You know your lid acts as a funnel, yeah? Most of you guys have seen this when you've done your veggie stock delivery with me. Okay, we've jumped online and we've put it through in our jar through this way. Okay, so you can strain it like that as well. All right, so then it strains in like that. There are no tiny particles in this. It's not like it's something that needs to go through a fine sieve. So this simmering basket works perfectly. As I said, you may be able to sink it into the bowl and strain it like lemonade. I'm a bit thinking there's too much liquid in there and solids to try and push down, and might come out the top at you. So you just have to judge that yourself, I guess, depending on what model you've got. At this stage, this would still suit a TM31. It is at 2 litres, so you have 2 litres TM31. TM5 and TM6, we've got about 200 mils left. But yeah, I'll let you guys judge as to which is your best method, whether straining into something or straining through something. Okay, so I'll leave that up to you. But otherwise, I hope you find this helpful. Can't wait to hear from you when you make this. I hope that strawberry season is coming your way soon. We love strawberries at this place. I'm really excited this year. We've actually got so many that I can do these things with you, because often they're eaten before they make it up to the kitchen, whereas this year we went out to make sure we had enough this year. We've got lots in the garden. But by the way, just a side note, you can do this on frozen berries. So if you're like, oh, I need to make it, I don't want to buy it. I don't want the numbers, preservatives, additives, all that jazz. I want to make it. You go buy your frozen strawberries. Make it on frozen strawberries. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I would let them come to room temperature, which is they're going to be gooey. That's okay. They're going to go soft. Before you put them in here, otherwise you're going to cool your boiling liquid too far too quickly. Okay, and you don't really want to chill that while it's trying to infuse the flavor. Okay, so just a little note, you can of course use them as well. But otherwise, I hope this gives you some ideas to what else you can do with your Thermomix. And when you make it, I'd love you to share it with me. I love hearing from you guys. I love to know what you're making and any challenges along the way. But otherwise, take care. I will be putting the video up later tonight, those of you watching on Facebook, and those of you on YouTube as well. You've got it at the beginning and the end. But do share these videos. If you have a friend or family member who has a Thermomix in their kitchen, send it their way. Tell them, hey, have you made cordial in your Thermomix? It's one less thing you need to buy. It's one less thing in your pantry that, has ingredients that you don't necessarily sometimes even understand what they are. That's my case. I pick them up and go, oh, I want cordial. And I look at it and go, no, I don't want cordial. I don't know what that is. So have a lovely day, guys. Take care in all you're doing. And I'll be back in another video soon, helping you get more out of your Thermomix. Take care and I'll see you then. Bye for now.